In news from the criminal courts, we learned that a man found operating a stolen vehicle has had a mental health evaluation ordered. A woman faces domestic violence charges following an assault on her partner, and a vagrant is charged for defecating in public. On Monday, November 21st, a police officer was traveling east on Veterans Drive when a southbound white Toyota Sienna tried to turn in front of him on a red traffic light. The officer in an unmarked police vehicle was approaching the Nye-Tvergad intersection and his light was green. Nevertheless, the officer stopped to avoid a collision, blew his horn, and activated his flashes to notify the other driver of the police presence. Under directions to pull over, the driver of the Sienna, later identified as John David Turnick Jr., pulled into a vacant parking space in front of the Windward Passage Hotel. Responding to the officer's request to hand over his documents, Turnick informed that he did not have his driver's license at hand and further disclosed that it was a Connecticut license. Neither could he provide proof of registration and told the officer that the minivan belonged to the Jewish church. The vehicle's owner, he said, was in Israel. The officer radioed Central Dispatch to find out more information, upon which he discovered that the vehicle had been reported stolen from the Cyril King Airport on November 10th. Turnick was advised of his constitutional rights and then asked if he had permission to operate the vehicle, to which he responded by saying that he was tired and ready to go. He was then arrested and charged with unauthorized use of a vehicle and vehicle tampering. In court last Monday, a judge ruled that Turnick's bail requirement of $10,000 be fully secured before he can be released. Apart from the required mental health evaluation, Turnick must not leave the St. Thomas and John district without written permission from the court. He must also report to the probation office every week and remain employed. The use of alcohol or controlled substances is prohibited, as is the possession of a firearm, ammunition, or other dangerous weapon. Turnick has also been banned from driving in the territory. Police responded to a report of a domestic dispute in Smith Bay, St. Thomas on November 27th, where they met a man who accused his partner of assaulting him. The man said that he and Sylvia Ogando Fernandez, with whom he shares a minor child, were at a party earlier that Sunday around 3 a.m. They got into an argument about another woman, and when they went home to his residence in Estate Windberg, the man said the argument escalated. Fernandez reportedly slapped her partner across the left side of his face, to which he says he responded by inviting her to kill him. He turned his back to Fernandez at that point, and she reportedly bit him several times on his back and the back of his arms. Court documents indicate that the man's sister came in at this point in the altercation and managed to pull Fernandez off her brother. Fernandez was the one who reportedly called 911 to summon authorities. Police found the man with 5 bite marks on his back, marks on the upper back of both of his arms, and a welt on the left side of his face, but the man refused medical treatment. Upon realizing that his partner was likely going to jail, the man became uncooperative, declining to have more pictures of his injuries taken by forensics and telling police that he did not want to pursue the matter further. Nevertheless, Fernandez was arrested and charged with simple assault and battery as an act of domestic violence. In court yesterday, November 28th, a judge ruled that Fernandez sign an unsecured bond for her $1,000 bail requirement to secure her release. Once out of custody, she will be barred from leaving the St. Thomas and John district. She must surrender her passport and report to the probation office by telephone twice a week. Fernandez is to have no unlawful contact with the alleged victim, and visitation of the minor child will be arranged through a third party. Neither is she to contact any witnesses in the matter. Fernandez is further prohibited from consuming alcohol or any controlled substance, as well as from possessing a firearm, ammunition, or dangerous weapon. Finally, in court matters, 52-year-old St. Thomas resident Denison Bellot appeared before a judge in the VI Superior Court on Monday after he was found defecating near a police station. Police received a report that a man was easing his bowels on the Veterans Drive boardwalk on Saturday. When officers arrived at the scene, they found Bellot, known for vagrancy, with his private parts exposed, committing the act. He was arrested and charged with obscene and indecent conduct. In court, a judge ordered that an update on Bellot's psychological or psychiatric status be submitted by December 12th. This report must be completed before Bellot can be released. He was also ordered to post $50 of his $1,000 bail requirement and is restricted to the St. Thomas St. John district while the case is pending. Upon release, Bellot must report to the probation office weekly, is prohibited from contacting any witnesses in the matter, consuming alcohol or controlled substances, and from possessing a firearm, ammunition, or dangerous weapon.